You know what time it is. It's Thursday. It's new comic book day. Just leaving the gym. Let's go get some new comics. Plus, we also got a special package of comics that we're also going to open today. I'm excited to show it. Let's go. All right, we got this week's pulls, kind of a small week, but that's okay. And don't forget, we got a special package of comics that we're going to open up for the first time right here. First up on the pull list this week, sticking in the Ultimate Universe, which is most of my pulls, we have a one-shot of Ultimate Hawkeye. So when I heard this was coming out, I thought it was a limited series, and I didn't think that Ultimate Hawkeye could kind of withstand their own limited series, so I wasn't that interested. But then I heard it was a one-shot, and I was like, I definitely need to add it to the pull list, especially after reading the solicit for it. Was basically Hawkeye is going to go out on a covert mission, is going to change the landscape of the Ultimate Universe. So that obviously has huge implications from what it sounds like. There is apparently a prologue in here that is written by Denise Camp with art by Juan Frigeri, the typical writer and artist on the Ultimates. And the actual story within this is B. Earl and Taboo with art by Michael Stay Maria. It's definitely going to be an interesting read. Let's just take a look at a couple of quick pages here. I don't know who these kind of people are with masks, but let's go. I'm excited for this. I love the Ultimate Universe. Last but not least on this week's pull list, again, short and sweet, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 21, written by Jonathan Hickman with art by David Messina. Last issue, we had the dinner between Peter, MJ, Gwen, and Harry, where I won't spoil it, but basically you don't want to mess with MJ. And she really wanted to know what was going on with the three of them and what was the plan moving forward, because MJ is kind of fearful for her life, her family's life, which is kind of very fair, right? So with that being said, this is going to be interesting because basically this is posing like the Sinister Six are going to either combine forces to finally take out Spider-Man and probably Green Goblin. It's either they're all going to fight each other and they're kind of falling apart at the seams, or they're going to band forces and again try to fight our heroes. With that being said, at the end of last issue, we saw Mr. Negative getting ready, kind of like polishing, sharpening his swords. So we'll see where we go with that. We really haven't seen him do that much. He's just kind of there. So it'll be interesting to see. We finally see him like do something. I've been loving Ultimate Spider-Man. It's probably one of my favorite comic runs right now, especially within the Ultimate Universe. It is really sad that it's coming to an end. If you didn't know, this is ending with issue 24. So things are coming to an end. Like I said in my last video, I definitely think someone major is going to die out of like MJ, Peter, Gwen, and Harry. I want to say it might be Harry, or it's probably going to be Gwen. I don't think we're going to kill MJ. I don't think we're going to do that to this Peter Parker. Hopefully not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Before we get into last week's issues that I've read and kind of talk about them, we're going to get this special package. This wasn't like specially sent to me. I did order this. I ordered it from BJ Kicks from Comics Are Dope. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. He does a wonderful job. He's currently selling off some of his collection and some other stuff to raise some money to get some better equipment for his channel, basically. I really enjoy his videos. I wanted to support him. I bought something that I've been eyeing. So let's open her up. Look at this. Look at this professional packaging. As a comic lover, he knows that you gotta package it right when you're sending out comics. You don't want things to get damaged. Look at that. Hand drawn. Disapproved by the Comics Code Authority. Let's go. We even got a handwritten note. Thank you so much for your support. Bitterroot is one of my favorite comics ever, and I'm glad to share with you. Volume 4 comes out soon. Peace and love, BJ Kicks. And we even got a little hand-drawn person, maybe someone within Bitterroot. I already ruined what I got. I got Bitterroot. I got the first 3 trades. So this is volume 3. This is volume 2 and volume 1 of Bitterroot. I have been hearing nothing but amazing things about this story. I talked about it not too long ago. I thought about grabbing volume 1 from my local comic shop, and I decided not to. And then when I saw that he was selling all 3, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna end up buying these regardless. Let's buy them from BJ. He didn't up price them or anything. He just priced them what their like normal price is on the back of the book. And let's support BJ. Let's help his channel get to the next level. So here we are. Thank you for sharing this and being willing to sell it to someone, ultimately me. Thank you. The other reason why I'm so pumped for this story is because it is in production for a movie by Ryan Coogler, the man who has brought us both Black Panthers and Sinners. The man does not miss. I knew that he's picking this up to turn it into a movie. It's going to be so good. So the story's got to be amazing. And last but not least, we've got in volume 1, I think. Yeah, volume 1 is signed by the creators of Bitterroot. It's signed by David Walker, Chuck Brown, and Sanford Green. But here are their signatures. So that's pretty awesome, right? Like, got their signatures as well on this. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. And Sanford Green is one of my favorite artists. First time I saw his art, given that I'm relatively new to comics, was in that Doom one-shot that he wrote last year or created with last year with Jonathan Hickman. And really it was just, I mean, the story was good, but it was really a visual masterpiece from Sanford Green. So the fact that we're going to get his art within this story, I'm so excited for it. It's so good. And the handwritten note, man, BJ, you're the best, bro. All right, so last week I did read one of my pickups, which was the Ultimates issue number 16, written by Denise Camp with art by Juan Frigeri. This is easily one of my most favorite comic runs right now, is the Ultimates, and between that and Ultimate Spider-Man, I keep going back and forth between the two of them. I really truly believe Denise Camp is one of the most underrated writers at Marvel right now. When you ask about who is your favorite writer at Marvel, most people will say Jonathan Hickman right now, or Ryan North and his Fantastic Four run. And to each of their own regard, they are very good. But Denise Camp has been literally crushing the Ultimates and is literally writing almost what is happening in the real world. And that's exactly what we see in this issue. We are presented with this girl who is essentially a nobody for the most part, right? She believes in the Ultimates and what they're doing. And we kind of see that she's disgruntled with her parents and not having the best home life because she's kind of veering away from what the regime in the Ultimate Universe wants, right? Because it is basically a fascist universe. With that being said, we kind of see even from a young age that she wanted to learn more about what was going on and didn't necessarily agree that what was happening in the world was right. She said one of her best teachers was Miss Walters. They don't say her first name, but I definitely think this is a nod to the actual She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. But she didn't really teach by the book, she said. So like taught all about the past democracy, all of its good things, but also all of its bad things. And then obviously she got taken away because Miss Walters wasn't teaching from the book. And then we also learned like one of her friends who was most likely a mutant because she kind of changed. And then one day she just didn't see her anymore. Her parents said that she died, which she just felt like was a lie. Even this girl's parents that the story focuses around basically told her, just be quiet about Miss Walters leaving your classroom. Like, we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want you to get in trouble. We don't want you to get taken away. Just follow the rules and everything will be okay, which is very standard for this type of kind of government style, right? But as we learn more and more, she basically gets more involved in the Ultimates movement, especially after they create AltNet. And eventually though, she gets found out and it's kind of like a mad dash on the last 2 pages as she's trying to escape these faceless guys. A really good issue. That was all I read physically this past week. Digitally, I have been reading The Defenders, the original run by Steve Englehart with various other contributors. We've been reading that in the Earth's Mightiest Nerds monthly comic book club, which is all via Discord. It's completely free to join. If you want to be a part of that free monthly comic book club, just scan this QR code over here, wherever it's going to be. All you have to do is sign up for the Earth's Mightiest Nerds newsletter. I promise I will not spam you, but it's a great group of people. We talk about more things than just comics. We talk about the MCU, DCU, anything nerdy really, real life stuff. It's a great group of people. So we've been reading The Defenders, and this is my first time reading The Defenders. And basically, at least initially, it's a group of Doctor Strange, Namor, and the Hulk, and we've had some varying Force members. It is probably one of the weirdest comics that I've ever read. It's just, you have no idea where the story is ever going to go because of how many twists and turns it takes. And it's just so wild. It's definitely trends more towards like the mystical, magical side of things. But they're such a weird group of a team that I wouldn't even necessarily consider them a team, but it's been a good read so far. We've read the first 4 or 5 issues. We're reading the first 7 for this week, for this month's comic book club. But that's pretty much all I've read. Let me know what you picked up. Put it down below in the comments if you've been liking this style video and if you've been enjoying what you've been watching and you're still here watching it and you haven't hit liked or subscribed, make sure you do that. It just really supports the channel and I appreciate that. Let me know if you've been enjoying this style of video. And until the next video, Excelsior.